6 years ago, my husband and I bought our home. Our living and dining room really wasn't at the top of our list of rooms to decorate. A lot of our furnishings came from our old home, and we just kind of worked with what we had for those 6 years. It's been long enough, and it's time for a refresh. I will be giving you guys a tour of both spaces, but I had to break it up because it's a very large room and there's a lot to cover. So if you're interested in updating your living room or your dining room, but a complete overhaul is not in your budget, I have some tips on what I did that did not break the bank. So the very first thing I did was gave the entire space a fresh new paint job. The wall colors will be down below in my description box. We added crown molding in both spaces. We purchased crown molding and I had the pleasure of painting it. We contracted someone out and they installed both rooms for $200. Adding the crown molding takes your room from looking average to outstanding, you guys. It adds that visual touch of elegance and it adds a ton of value to your home. On to your draperies. Not only increases the privacy in your rooms, it adds that extra protection from the sunlight that will fade your fabrics over time. And trust me, you can save so much money by buying off-the-shelf drapery like I did and add lining to the back. It's on my list of things to do, by the way, and it's way cheaper than buying custom. If you can afford to buy thick curtain rods, it can turn up the wow factor like 100%. It creates a luxurious look using chunkier rods. This rod is by Allen & Roth and I got everything on clearance, the finial, the rod, the hooks for $27 per window. Our dining room table we had for a while, but I love it for several reasons. It can sit up to 10 people and it's well made, so getting rid of it was just not an option for me, but reupholstering it was, for obvious reasons. I chose this two-sided accent fabric that is just absolutely beautiful. I went with the lighter side to brighten up the space, and the back and the seat I went for a more solid color. My husband and I did the labor ourselves, and the benefits from that saved us over $450, and that's not even including the fabric. So doing it yourself is the way to go. It was a lot of work, but we took our time doing it. I think maybe 2 chairs a day, but it was so worth it. So if you have chairs that you love, reupholster it yourself. You will save a ton of money. Mealtime is more inviting and comfortable since I added 2 captain chairs to the heads of our dining table. Each chair was under $250 from HomeGoods. It's linen and it's solid beige with silver nail heads. It was a splurge, but overall it worked out because I didn't have to buy new furniture. The chair is super comfortable, you guys. I added this lumbar pillow that I had already for added back support because the chair sits really deep. I can already see there's going to be some long conversations during and after dinner. Over our bar, I took this mirror I had already. It used to be in our foyer, but moving items you already have in your home can give it a totally different look in another room, and that's what it has done for our dining room. The buffet lamps were also in the foyer. I love how tall they are and the beaded detail on the lamp. As far as I know, these lamps are now discontinued. I added this beautiful gourd I got from HomeGoods. I love the ombre effect of the gold blending into the natural color. The rustic vase with twigs was a gift, and the blingy candle votive, you've seen it in a haul video, and it came from Ross Stores. And this sweet mercury glass pumpkin, I've had it for years, and it's from Tuesday Morning. And the faux fur was added to warm up the vignette. To the left of the bar, I added this picture of 2 horses that are absolutely beautiful. The plan was to add this picture. That's when scale and tones play a huge part of your wall decor. It was way too small, but this one was the perfect size and color, and this picture came from Ross Stores. On to my tablescape and table setting. I'm calling it rustic with a touch of glam. Let's start with the foundation. Remember that faux fur I shared in a haul video? This is it. I wanted a fur runner, but since my table is over 10 feet long, I had to make it. My centerpiece I kept simple and classic. These 2 hurricane vases I've had for a few years, and they are from HomeGoods. The glass pumpkin and gourd is from Ross Stores, but I wanted subtle pumpkins. I didn't want anything too flashy. Magnolia leaves and pine cones were used to fill in the gaps, and the gourds I got for 60% off, and I painted them to match my decor. A simple and subtle sparkle is what I wanted for my tablescape this year, and I achieved it without breaking the bank. The basket weave chargers I've had for several years, and I got them for 70% off from Michaels. The gold rim dishes are the perfect bedding for my white and gold rim salad plates, and the napkin rings are from Target Dollar Spot as well. I know creating an unforgettable tablescape is a laborious task. That's why I want to show you guys how you can transition this look for Christmas. If you'd like to see a video on how to do so, leave me a thumbs up and a comment. And in case you missed my last video on how to style your china cabinet, I will have that link down below. And I want to thank you all for watching.